Hey guys, so I did a little something different with my hair. What do you guys think? I wanted to try something a little different with my hair, and also I'm sure you've noticed something else that's different. I've always liked space buns. I've always loved them, and I used to do them when I was like a kid, but I just feel like every time I try to do it, it always came out wrong, and I just like half-assed did it this time. And I feel like this is the best they've ever looked. So today I don't really have an idea in mind of what I wanted to do. All I did was I just picked up this Dose of Colors liquid lipstick that I've always wanted to wear, and I just haven't made a look with it. It looks like this shade right here. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to make a look around this. So I think what I'm going to use today is the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe, the first one. It's absolutely stunning. This is such a beautiful palette, especially for the summer. It's beautiful. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on my video, because I know you didn't have to, and that just means my video was interesting enough for you to click on. So I really do appreciate that you're even checking it out, and I hope you stay. I promise I get better as the video usually goes on. I'm kind of awkward, so the beginning is usually a little rough, but after that it gets pretty good. Well, it gets better, let me say that. So I think the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is put some concealer on my lids. So I'm going to take this Pretty Fresh concealer by ColourPop. I really do like this concealer. And this is, by the way, the shade Light 45W. I'm sorry if I seem a little low energy, because I kind of am. I am a little low energy today. It's a little rough for me because I've been working and I'm just exhausted. Like, just so exhausted. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with Cocoa Taxi right there, the orange shade. And if you don't have this palette, you can find these. You probably do have the majority of these shades already, but this is a really great palette. It's so nice to work with, and I love this palette especially for the summertime. But I'm just going to take a fluffy blending brush like this. This is the ColourPop E15, and I'm just going to add a wash of this into my crease. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Tropical, is how I believe you say it, although I struggle a little bit because I'm tired, so my pronunciation's a little off. But the warm orangey shade here. I'm going to go in with the smaller brush, so I'm using the E16. And I'm going to focus this on the outer portion of my eye. So I'm just going to focus it over here. I'm just doing this to kind of warm it up a little bit, but I don't want it super orange. I just want a little bit. God, I'm really like out of energy. I'm so sorry. I feel like I kind of need to explain myself a little bit. I went on my Instagram and I talked a little bit about it, but I've just not been feeling the greatest. I'm tired. My job is mentally like pushing me to the limit a little bit lately, and also having to deal with personal issues and my health. It's been a lot, honestly. I've just kind of been having to figure out what the heck's going on with me. It's been just a lot of little things, like medically. I don't want to make it sound like I have some huge illness or anything like that. That's not at all what I'm trying to do. It's just like random little things that are starting to come up and bother me, and they're bothering me at work, they're bothering me when I get home, and it's just like I don't really know what to do with them. So I'm having to like go see somebody eventually for these issues, because I can't do it anymore. It's driving me crazy, and it just makes work 10 times harder. And one thing I'm pretty open about, to an extent honestly, is the fact that I do have anxiety and depression. I know I'm not the only one, but it's just, you know, it's been really getting bad lately, and I'm just kind of going through it a lot. And it's a mix of work and my personal life, mostly my personal life, that's really causing it. So yeah, I try to be open about it, because I know I'm not the only one out here that has it, but it's just like some days I just straight up don't want to do anything, and that's not good, you know? And also I'm running on like no sleep. My whole sleep schedule is off too, which I know can really affect it, so it's kind of annoying. I'm gonna take that El Malecon shade, which is that gorgeous shade right here. I don't even know what you would call it. It's just beautiful. That's all I got to say about it. But I'm gonna put this on a little flat shader brush, and I'm going to put this on my lid. I might wet it. This brush is a little too tiny for me. I don't like to fully talk about my personal life just because I feel like it's boring and nobody would really care to listen to it. But you know what? Let's just freaking talk about it, right? You want to know why I have this in my brow? One, because I thought it's really cute and I like the style of it. And I've wanted to do this for a long time. But two, because you know how girls will like do something drastic to their hair after a breakup or something? Yeah, I cut a line in my brow. Yeah, I've just like had the worst look. The worst when it comes to any sort of dating or whatever. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I've only dated one person in my life. Like, straight up. And yes, I'm only 21, but I've only had one relationship, and that relationship was so bad. Like I thought I was in love, and I totally was not in love. That was not a love relationship. That was a toxic relationship. It was an abusive relationship. And I hope I never ever get in that situation again. And I feel like I've grown so much as a person because honestly, I was broken down. Like, broken down. Okay? Of, you know, who I was. Before I met this person, I was just like a whole different person. So, like, I wouldn't say so confident, but I had a good, like, feeling about who I was as a person. I grew into it because, like, I've been bullied my whole life. And wow, we're getting really deep. Okay, anyway, I was really bullied a lot when I was a kid. All through, like, my entire school years. I hated school because of it. But, you know, at that point, I was like a junior in high school, and I was kind of like, you know what, fuck it. Like, if I can't fit in, if no one's gonna accept me the way I am, I'm gonna fucking be myself. Like, I'm done. I'm done trying to be, like, friends with people and, like, be accepted. So that's when I had like a turn of events, and that's when I really got into makeup and stuff like that, because makeup has always been like a solace, like a therapy, a safe haven for me. And you know, senior year was pretty good, and then I met this person, and he didn't like go to school with me or anything, but I was in a very, very bad relationship. Looking back at it now, I didn't realize it. I mean, I did realize it, but like I didn't, because I wanted the relationship to work. You know, it's your first relationship, you want it to last, and I was one of those people where I wanted to date one person in my life and that be my soulmate, and you know, and all that. But you know, that's sadly not the way the world works for everybody. I know it happens to some people, but I was not one of those people. Anyway, I'm gonna go in with Cafecito, which is the brown shade. My best friend, she told me, she was like, you literally like are not the same person. Like, he broke you. Like, you're a whole different person. And out of that relationship too, you know, he dumped me and everything. I was a whole different person. I had low self-esteem already. I'm not gonna lie, still do. But I was at a whole much lower point in the way I looked at myself than I do now. But it's something I have to fight with all the time. And, you know, going on talking to people, and then, you know, sadly our generation is fucking annoying. They like just can't commit for shit. They say that they want to be in a relationship, but then they don't ever want to be in a relationship, and then they say that they don't want to waste their time or your time if they don't see a future with you, but then they're too much of a bitch to actually, you know, excuse me, they're not a bitch. They're not a man, okay? they're not enough of a man to say, hey, this isn't going to work out. And those are people you don't want to date. I have like no dating experience, but I can tell you right now, if they're going to ghost you like that, they're not worth your time. And it sucks because I feel like I'm the type of person who, like, when I'm in it, I'm in it. Like, I'm all in, you know what I mean? It's like 100%, you know? But it's mostly on my side. So it's not worth jeopardizing my mental health. And obviously, I need to work on myself a little bit more before I even get myself in that arena again, you know? Isn't this such a gorgeous shade? So, wow, I feel like y'all got to know me a hell of a lot more. And it's not that, like, I don't want you to get to know me. It's not that. I think it's just more of I don't really like to talk about myself. I don't know, I just feel like usually I'm not that interesting. But I know, like, other people go through this shit too, you know? But usually I just kind of keep quiet about it. I'm gonna go with La Costa, which is that white shade, and I'll put it in the inner corner. Yeah, so that's a little bit of what's kind of been going on with me, and that's why I feel like I've been a little absent, especially on like Instagram. And I've just been a little distant off of social media in general. Just because, you know, like the way the world is right now, and then like dealing with your own personal shit, it's just like you just want to get away from everything just for a little bit. I like my brows. I don't know about y'all. I'm not in school right now, but I was trying to register for some classes, and it's just like this whole COVID thing is like throwing off the whole plan. I'm getting the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. I love this. I really do. I like it a lot. I've only used this a few times, but I keep picking it up, and y'all know how much I love my L'Oreal. I don't think it replaces my L'Oreal because my L'Oreal has more coverage, but this one's been pretty nice. Where's my foundation brush? So, you know, currently I'm an EMT and everything, right? You know, I'm trying to go back to school. I'm trying to get an associate right now in either arts or sciences so that I can transfer to a 4-year and save like 2 years of tuition. So, you know, I'm an EMT right now, but I'm interested in becoming a PA. And primarily I want to be a trauma PA. Like, you need to have like 1,000 hours of like field work, so like either as an EMT or a CNA or whatever, which I'll have that done by the end of my, usually people work for like a year, I think, as a EMT or something, and then they like, you know, do PA school or whatever. But since I'm already in the job, I'm just trying to do the school part. I'll already have that like down. I'm still trying to figure out what degree I want to do. Like, I'm just kind of confused because it seems like it doesn't matter what kind of degree it is. They like prefer you to maybe do something that's like in the science field, like biology or chemistry or whatever. But I honestly want to get a bachelor's in Spanish. So that's kind of what I have planned. I'm going to go in and put some concealer under my eyes. So for me to save money, which you guys can do this too, which I get mad because my own school didn't fucking even tell me about this. Like, I had my theater teacher, which I love to death. He and my art teacher were literally the ones that told me, hey, just transfer. And I was like, that's a thing? Like, in the aspect of like community college to a 4-year? And they're like, yeah, they literally have degrees set up for that. So, that's what I'm doing now, is I'm going to do hopefully an accelerated degree. I saw there's one that's like an associate in arts degree that's accelerated to where I can finish it in a year. That's what I'd like to do if I can. And then just hop into schooling at a 4-year, which is still terrifying to me because I'm not used to that. I've never gone to a 4-year, so I don't know what the heck to expect, you know? So yeah, those are basically my like life updates. I just haven't really been doing much other than just work, and then the whole stress with school and my personal life and my mental health and my actual health and all that shit, you know? But I know we're all going through something, so I'm not trying to sit here and complain. I'm just giving you like an update about me because I know I've been kind of missing for a little bit. and stuff. And you know, if any of you guys can relate or give me tips, or you know, you want to tell me what's going on about you, like I would love to hear that. Like I'm here for y'all just as much as I know y'all are here for me. So I'm going to take this little E19 brush. I'm going to take Cocoa Taxi and I'm going to blend this under my eye. And then I'm going to take some Tropical and then a little bit of the brown shade. Just a little bit. Gorgeous. Like, just look at this palette. Like, do you see the things it's done to my face? But yeah, that's kind of my life update. I just hope you guys are doing good. I really do. I hope your health is good. I hope your days have been good. I know this has all been a really stressful, crazy ass time. I'm going to take this stick again, the little blush stick from ColourPop. I honestly really like this stuff. It's really cool. And then I'll just take this, blend it out. I usually use my fingers, but you can use a sponge as well. And this is the shade Aloha. I think I'm gonna have to start making like a little specific area dedicated to all my ColourPop stuff, because I'm starting to realize I just kind of have a lot of it spread out. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this Bullseye cream highlighter, and then I think I'm going to put on the lipstick already. See how it looks. I think that lip goes, doesn't it? So I'm going to take a little bronzer. I'm going to put a little mascara on. I'm going to try the Thrive Cosmetics liquid lash extensions. So this is how everything looks, and I think I'm pretty happy with it. I like it a lot. I think it's a beautiful eye look. Really good everyday eye makeup, especially for like the summer. But yeah, so this is the final look, and I appreciate it so much if you've made it this far in the video. I know I talked a lot. I wasn't planning on it being like this, but you know, it's the way it happens sometimes. I forgot to mention, this is the Dose of Colors Nude Mood lipstick. I meant to mention that. Anyway, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!